Hi, I'm Teresa, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to go through all of the unread books that I own. So I know I talk a lot about my TBR challenge and trying to read them all, so I thought, why not show you them all? And then you can tell me which ones I need to wisen up and read immediately. So, also I just had to take them all off my shelves because I realised I wanted to swap hardbacks and paperback shelves around. So I figured, why not while they're all out? Chat about them a bit. So, these are in no particular order other than what they were on my shelf because I've tried to maintain that. So first, got Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I got this on Amazon when it was really cheap, and this book was very popular before the sequels came out, and then never got back to reading it. But now that next two books are out, could be the time for Caraval. We'll see. Chasing the Stars by Mallory Blackman. I saw this in Tesco, thought it was cool. I don't know an awful lot about it, I've never seen people online talk about it. But I've read Mallory Blackman before and liked her, so hope for the best. Got The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I'm very excited to read this. I was putting it off while I was at uni just because I'm scared I couldn't focus enough on it, but now I've got so much free time. I'm not going to be back at uni till September, and I'm not working for the foreseeable, so I'm going to finally read this soon. Once my L's are done, that's the plan. The Prior of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I've not read this for the exact same reason. I got them both around Christmas, New Year time. I want to read it so soon, but it's so huge. I'm scared. Next I've got King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. I'm kind of half waiting for the sequel to this to come out before I read it, because I feel like it's coming out soon. Did I read that somewhere? Is that true? If not, I might just go ahead and read it. Ghost of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare and co. I'm actually kind of planning on reading this fairly soon, just because seeing everyone talk about Chain of Gold has got me all hyped up for it. I want to read it now. So, hopefully soon. This is The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye. This is on my Owls TBR, so I will be reading it very soon. I've only got 2 more books I need to start, and this is one of them, so will definitely be soon. And then I've also got the sequel, The Crown's Fate, by the same author, of course. So that should also follow right after Crown's Game. Flawed and Perfect by Celia Ahern. I've not really heard people talk about this one too much, but it sounds interesting, sounds dystopian, so I'd give it a shot. Got Everless by Sarah Holland. Again, another one that I have seen people talk about actually, and it sounds really interesting, so thought I'd give it a shot. Never got around to it. I think it's got a sequel. Is it just a duology? Because then I might read it if I don't have to wait for another book in the series. And I've got Black Widow Forever Read by Margaret Stowe. This has been on my shelf for so long. I need to just hurry up and read it. I don't even remember what exactly it's about other than Black Widow. It's also got a sequel though, so I'm gonna have to try and find that somewhere. Next I've got Alex and Eliza by Melissa de la Cruz. This one sounds so interesting and I really just want to read it. I was waiting for the final book in the series to come out, but I think it's out, so could be a nice fun summer read. Okay, next onto the paperbacks. Neil Gaiman, Norse Mythology. This is just a short story collection on Norse mythology, and I think I'm going to read it quite soon. I'm quite intrigued. I want to try Neil Gaiman's writing again because I have read one book by him and I wasn't that impressed, so we'll see. Next is Tommy Adeyemi, Children of Blood and Bone, another very popular book, and I think I might just read it because the sequels are taking ages to come out and I want to be in on the hype. The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I want to read this, but he's still not written the 3rd book and it's been so long and I'm scared he doesn't finish it and I start it and then I just never know how it ends. So that's why I've not started the series. One day I will, okay? Next I've got Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha McGann. I'm very excited to read this. We'll be reading it soon. But the 3rd book comes out in November, so I'm kind of like, should I wait for that or just hurry up and read it because it's gonna be so good and I'm very excited about it. We'll see, we'll see. But Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. I was waiting for the sequel for this, but it's out, it's been out a while. I'm gonna read it soon. I've been saying that a lot, but I will. I've got spare time now. Emma by Jane Austen. With the film coming out recently, I kind of want to read this quite soon, so could be reading it next month or so. The Pearl Thief by Elizabeth Wein. Vine? Can't pronounce names. But I'm very excited about this. It sounds really good. I nearly picked it up last month and then didn't, so I will be doing that very soon. It sounds very good. The Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. Another series. I was waiting for it to finish. It's finished. I'm gonna read it. I will, I promise. Next we've got All the Light We Cannot See. Another one I want to read. And I've considered picking up recently. I'm just scared with this one and at least one more, just that I know it's sad and I don't like reading sad books. But, well, I'll read it. It'll be good. The Edge of Everything by Jeff Giles. Can barely remember what this is about, but obviously it intrigued me enough to buy it. And it's got these cool edges. But I feel like, is this a series where they changed the covers so like this wouldn't match anymore? Because I think it is, and that's put me off, to be honest. Because then I don't have the others and they wouldn't match. So I might just, we'll see. Stealing Snow by Danielle Page. This one, I think the final book comes out this year, so get to it. With that, this is like a Frozen retelling, and I'm not a massive fan of Frozen, don't hate me, but I'm excited for this. Next we've got The Queen of the Tearling, which still has a price tag on it. Got it for 99p. So this is a series I used to see all the time. I've not seen a lot recently, but I think it's like a classic YA high fantasy. I want to finally get to it. The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This is like the first book in a series which spans onto other series, and that's an awful lot of commitment, so we'll see how this one goes, because that's been putting me off. But I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself and hoping, and like assuming that I'm going to like it a lot and want to read them all. So we shall see. It's The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. Another one. It's sad. I know it's sad. I don't want to be sad. Reading sad books, I'm scared it will put me in a reading slump and waste all this precious time I have. But also, I want to read it because it's going to be good. Scythe by Neil Shusterman. The series is finished. That's what I was waiting for, so time to go with this. Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. I bought this one very, very recently, so I wanted to read more of Rick Riordan's series, so here we go. Good start. Time to go for it, since I've been saying that for a while. Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Again, still got the price tag. Another 99p book. I'm so intrigued by the format of this, and I know people rave about this series, so I want to read it. And you know, the series is finished. Nothing's stopping me. Time to go. V.E. Schwab, A Darker Shade of Magic. I really want to read this. I'm very excited about it. It's just it puts me off when there's more books in a series, because then I have to acquire them somehow, whether it's, you know, buy my own copy or library or ebook or whatever. It's just, it puts me off. Something in it. That's why all of these books are first books in a series. Again, there's The Witch's Kiss by Catherine and Elizabeth Carr. Same old story really, but I think, is this series done? I feel like it is, and I could read it now. Half Bad by Sally Green, and again, still got price tag. This one I think was £2, but this one I was so excited about, ready to dive into, and I realised it's told in second person, and it's really put me off. So, you know, I'll give it a try, but no promises here. I don't know if I can bear it. We've got Royals by Rachel Hawkins. I want to read this one, and I want to reading vlog it and tell you what I think, because it's from what I've read on Goodreads. whole Scottish aspect isn't very well done, and I want to make fun of that if I'm completely honest. But you know what, I want to read it, and then the spin off has an FF romance, so want to read that. So I'm not just reading it to make fun of it, I promise I have other motivations. A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. Sorry about the name. This is just one I've seen and been like, you know what, I'll buy it because I found it for £1. So I'll give it a shot, but I'm realising that this is not probably my type of book and that I'm gonna probably not like it that much. So I'll give it a shot. The same goes for the next book, which is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I'm kind of tempted to just watch the movie, to be honest. But I'll give it a shot and we shall see. Because whenever I see people talking about these books, it's always like, oh yeah, it's really slow, and I considered DNFing it until I got right to the end and then it was amazing. And I've not got the patience for that, so we'll see. Anyway, that is my unread books. There's a lot still, but it's time for me to cleanse myself of all these. There's some that I'm very, very excited about, some I'm less excited about, some that I know I'm just gonna have to find more books in series for, and I don't like that. And that's put me off. But you know what, if I've got, let's see, April, May, June, July, August, most of September, that's about 6 months of no uni, and who knows how long I'll be off work for. I think it's time that I finally read them. So, yes. Thank you for watching. Let me know down below if there's any of these that you think I should get to right now, this minute, and I will do that. And yeah, tell me, so I don't feel so alone, how bad is your TBR? Okay, thank you for watching. See you in another one soon. Bye!